Hey guys, it's me Jennifer, and today I'm back in the garage working on this thing, the 1972 Opel GT. So let's get into it. So previously I removed the old radiator from the Opel and it was super rusted, had some brown gunk inside, and I discovered a few hack things. I don't even know what to call them. Anyways, I got a new radiator from Opel GT Source, and I'm going to go ahead and install that. But first, I got to get the bottom mounting bracket off of the suspension cross member and try to get the old mounting bushing off of it. Okay, so this is the bracket. It's like a 13mm bolt, I think. So I'm going to go ahead and undo that. I've had the top side soaking in penetrating fluid, so hopefully that helps a bit. Oh yeah, there we go. Just want to put this bolt right there. All right, let's reach down in here and grab this thing. Yeah, this thing is a little bit gunked up. This is what the bushing is supposed to not look like. Looks like it had been broken off, and maybe that's why there was a wire holding it up, but I don't know why somebody would do such a hack job and wouldn't just do it right, because it caused more problems, obviously. I might put some degreaser on this thing. It also probably has some old cat pee scented coolant on it from when I drained the radiator. And there we go. It's a bit less gunky now. Let's get this old bolt off. Might need to put it in the vise. All right, I need to check how the new lower mount is, because it's already on the radiator, which, by the way, this is a new radiator. It's really nice. Came with a new radiator cap and bushing mount installed, and it also has a drain plug, which is really nice. Then you don't have to make a mess while removing the lower radiator hose. Might have to get like a set of pliers or something to hold the bushing in place. Oh my God. Got it. I have no idea where the other half went. Probably find it next time I clean the garage. All right, let's get the new bushing. I think it went this way. Sure. All right, I did get new bushings for the sides, just because while I was at it, I might as well. Which means I gotta pop the old ones out. There's one. There's two. All right, detailing spray. Oh, why'd you fall? Yeah, we'll do the other one and then try to find it. All right, I'm gonna let these soak in some hot water for a bit and cool off because it's warm and humid in here. Okay, so I did find the other bushing. It landed all the way over there. I would have never guessed that. But these have been now soaking in some hot water for a little bit, and maybe they're a little bit more pliable. Maybe. There we go. Oh, that was so much easier. This one's more awkward with the stupid air box right there. How did one get in so easily and then the other one just refuses to do a thing? Well, there we go. All right, let's see if I can get the radiator in now. Ta-da! Got it. By the way, I know some of you guys have been a little bit concerned about things, but I went ahead, found some new safety glasses at Lowe's. These are Klein Tools ones. They were like 15 bucks. Supposedly they're anti-fogging, and so far they have been doing just that, because that's been my biggest gripe about safety glasses was they fog up and I can't see a damn thing. So far so good. All right, time to get this fan shroud on. I did go to Home Depot and bought some new screws and washers for this, since the old ones were pretty rusty. Number 10 screws, 5/8 inch long. I wonder where that just went. I have no idea. I'm just gonna go ahead and figure out fitment for this thing. I wouldn't be surprised if the fan's like snagging on stuff that it shouldn't be. Are they supposed to have nuts on the other side? So that will be a later problem. There weren't any nuts when I took this stuff apart. Cool. Okay, well, I guess I'll just go ahead and do the hoses now. All right, so I have the top hose, bottom hose. I'm gonna clean up the opening right there. So the wider end here goes to the water pump side. And get the bottom one on first, because then I can actually access it. Whew. That took a bit. All right, let's get this top one on. Finagle it in place somehow. Get in there. Feel like stuck on fan shroud, or the fan shroud stuck on it. I was able to get a good chunk of it on. I think I got it. I gotta find the stupid clamp. Time for the top hose. Well, my stuff's all down the side. Oh, that popped off. Need to get a new hose for the overflow. I think I have one somewhere, so I'm gonna have to dig. But for now, that's done until I can get nuts for the shroud. I'm gonna go ahead and get the battery out, because that needs to get replaced, because I think we're gonna be starting this thing up soon, so we can at least flush the cooling system. Brush off some of this corrosion. I got it. Okay, so it is the next day. I went back to Home Depot and got some nuts for the screws. Fortunately, the screws that I did have, you can't get nuts for. Like, the pitch is wrong or something. So I ended up getting some different screws. These are M5 by 0.8 or whatever metric size they are. And then I got some lock nuts to go with them. So hopefully reinstalling fan shroud won't be too much of a deal. Try to like line up the top screws first, I think, just because they're the most accessible. I might get the top two just kind of loose, just so that I can position it better. I have to be like a contortionist to work on this car. Oh, I fell. How do I get the nut on there? Maybe I'll do the airbox. Oh, I can actually get to it now. Holy crap. Should have did that before. Wonder if I can get to the bottom one from up here. No. Can I get this stupid screw on? How did I do this? Or was the radiator hose not in place when I did this? That's possible. Where did it go? Cannot find the nut. I've checked underneath the car. I've checked underneath the car. What I'm going to do is zip tie it, because I don't anticipate having to service that at any time. There. All right, let's put the air box back on. Doohickey. On the doohickey. Snap. Crackle. Pop. That ought to do that for now. So in preparation of getting the Opel out of the garage for the first time in like 8 years, I need to get this VW out of the way. It's been sitting for months now. It has a newer battery, but I'm pretty sure it's dead. So what I'm gonna do is try out this jump starter that Auxito sent me. So let's go ahead and see how it works. All right, first off, let's go ahead and pop the hood. Pretty sure it won't start. Yep, nothing. This is like the red-headed stepchild car of the family. So this is the T5 jump starter. It works with both gas and diesel vehicles with 12-volt batteries. I think diesel is up to 12 liters. So it has a 9,500 amp peak output, and Auxito actually claims that a single full charge is good for up to 60 starts. It comes with a really nice case with 2 compartments. All right, so I fully charged this thing. When I plugged it in, it had about 65% of charge, and to get it to about 100% took under 2 hours. Admittedly, I forgot that it was charging, but when I came back and finally remembered that it was charging, it was already charged. So all you have to do is open up this side compartment and plug in the jumper cable. And then once that's plugged in, you go ahead and you hook up the cables to the battery. So of course, red to positive, black to negative. So then you go ahead and you just hit the power button, and it has a nice, large, easy to read display. And then you hit the start button, and this will tell you if it is actually ready. And then once it shows ready on the display, you can go ahead and try to start it. And it works. That's awesome, because I have no idea when the last time this was started up. And that was pretty easy. It did use about 15% charge for that. That was really effortless. I'm actually really impressed, and I kind of want more of these so that I can keep them at least in the daily drivers. If the car didn't start, I would have tried again in 30 seconds. There's also a boost mode that you can do if the battery is a little too far gone. Apparently this one wasn't. And to use that, you just push the start button for 3 seconds or so, and then it should show boost on the screen. And then you can try to start the car within 30 seconds with the boost mode turned on. The cool thing is this also doubles as a power bank. It has a 20,000 milliamp hour capacity. It has a Type-C port with 30 watt power and offers fast charging capability through that port, as well as 2 USB-A ports and a DC port. And of course, there's a port for the battery jumper cables. You can see there's no way to plug them in the wrong way. Now, this also has a 1000 lumen LED flashlight on this end. And to use it, you just push the little button that looks like a light bulb, and it can just be solid white. It can flash white, or if you're in distress, it can flash red. The Auxito T5 Jump Starter, if you want one of these, they're about $200 at full price. Sometimes Auxito runs sales though, but you can also go to auxito.com and use the promo code TheGearheadGirl and get 15% off of your order. All right, and that's it. Up next for the Opel GT is going to be installing the new battery, new tires, starting her up, doing the coolant flush, and maybe a brake fluid flush if I can squeeze that in too. If you like this video, go ahead and like, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. And if you want to help out with future content on the channel and future progress on the Opel GT, you can go to thegearheadgirl.com and get access to exclusive content and some merch. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.